In today's English lesson, I'm going to teach you how to overcome the 4 most common English challenges faced by intermediate English learners. Now, I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do to go to the next level and stop being overwhelmed by these challenges. Now, before I give you these methods, I want to remind you to download the English with Tiffani app. You can download it right now. Grab your phone, whether you have an iPhone or an Android phone, go to the App Store and download it right now. It will help you improve your pronunciation, learn more words, practice real English conversations, and so much more. Join thousands of English learners around the world and download the English with Tiffani app right now, or click the link in the description and get yours right now. So, let's jump right in. Here we go. Now, the first challenge I want to explain is right here. This happens around the first part of your intermediate English level journey. You feel overwhelmed because there are still so many words and expressions that you need to learn. You see, the truth is, as a beginner, you have to learn tons of words, tons of sentences, right? You have to memorize a lot of things. So when you go to the intermediate level, you're like, yes, now I'm ready. And then you realize, oh my goodness, there are so many more words and expressions to learn. And this becomes a big challenge. You feel overwhelmed. Not anymore. You see, what you need to do right here, you need to have a plan that will help you reach your vocabulary goal. There are tons of words in the English language. Even me, as a native English speaker, on a regular basis, I'm learning new words, but it doesn't affect my fluency, and you have to remember that. So in order for you to not get overwhelmed by this challenge, you have to have a plan to learn and reach your vocabulary goals. So let me explain how you can do this. Step number 1. You need to set a personal goal for the number of words right here you would like to learn and use in a month. Now, I want to emphasize this. Notice that I did not just say memorize or learn in a month. What did I say? I said learn and use. You know, over my time as an English teacher, I've had many students, extremely intelligent students, just like you. They were able to memorize vocabulary words and expressions, but they were still experiencing frustration because they were not able to use what they were learning. So, for step number 1, you need to set a realistic goal. How many words do you want to learn and be able to use after a month? That's step number 1. Maybe your goal is 30, 1 vocabulary word a day. Maybe your goal is 2 a day, meaning 60 words in 1 month. Choose a realistic goal, again, to overcome this challenge. Now, step number 2, you're going to divide that number by the number of days in the month, like I just did. If your goal is to learn 30 words in a month, that means 1 word a day. Again, I'm helping you overcome this challenge that literally hundreds of thousands of English learners around the world face every single day. So step 2, divide that number by the number of days in the month you're working with. And step number 3, determine how long you can study a day. That's right, you are busy. Maybe you are working long hours. Maybe you're a student. Maybe you have children and your schedule is very busy. So you must, in order to not be overwhelmed, you must determine how much time you have to study every day. Maybe you only have 10 minutes. Okay, maybe you have 30 minutes. Determine that period of time and what you're going to do. Again, step 1 and step 2, you've selected the number of words you want to learn in a month. Step 2, you've divided that number by the number of days in the month, and now you're looking at individual days. Okay, I want to learn 2 words a day, and I only have 10 minutes a day to study. You must be consistent. Remember that word. Consistency is key. You have to be consistent, specifically at the intermediate English level. This level, you may get overwhelmed because there's so much to learn, but when you have a plan, you'll stay focused. So again, Select the amount of time you can study every day. If it's 10 minutes, that means 5 minutes for one word, 5 minutes for the other word. Set your timer and make sure you follow your plan. This is challenge number 1 and exactly how to overcome challenge number 1. Now, challenge number 2. Challenge number 2 is also another big one. This happens in phase 2 of your intermediate English level journey. You can understand others better, but you still don't know how to speak better English. Now remember, I said part of the issue with phase 1 is that you really don't know enough vocabulary words yet. So I told you how you can set up a schedule and a plan. But now you're moving forward to phase 2 of the intermediate English level. You've learned more words, you're feeling more confident, but now the next challenge arises. The challenge again, you can understand more. You're watching videos on YouTube, you're watching movies on Netflix, and you're like, man, I understand what they're saying in English. But the issue is you are not able to use as much as you have learned. Now we're going to help you put into practice what you've been learning. So the key is, again, look right here. You need to have a plan that will help you organize your thoughts in English. Notice that this idea of having a plan is coming up over and over again. For you as an intermediate English learner, you must have a plan. When you don't have a plan, you will fail. Now listen, I'm a very optimistic English teacher, but this is probably the first time you're hearing me say you will fail. If you don't have a plan, you're planning to fail. There's a famous quote that says that. When you have a plan, you will definitely succeed. But when you don't have a plan, you're going to fail. So we're going to help you have a plan right here to help you organize your thoughts, all right? So here's step 1. Again, organizing your thoughts. First, pick one topic that interests you. Remember, phase 1, the main challenge was you needed more English words and more English expressions. You have them now. You're moving to phase 2, and now your issue is, how do I organize everything that's in my mind? Step 1. You need to pick one topic that interests you. Now remember, this is your plan. You use the plan over and over again. Pick a topic that interests you, whether it's food, whether it's sports, whether it's art, whether it's movies, whatever the topic is, pick that topic. Again, remember, when you have a plan, you will succeed. Step 2, now using the 5 W's as a guide. You know the 5W method. Who, what, when, where, and why. Write down as many details as you can for each W. So again, if the topic you chose, maybe it was art, right? This is your topic. So now you have 5 W's. You draw in your notebook a circle and then separate it into 5 different parts. So if the topic, the broader topic is art, who? Maybe write down your favorite artists, maybe Picasso or maybe other artists that are right now currently living and producing artwork. You need to organize your thoughts about that topic. Again, this is going to help you overcome this challenge that you're experiencing where the words don't come out, even though you understand what someone is saying to you. Now, after you've done that, step number 3, you need to speak for 1 minute about each section, using the details that you wrote down. Listen, this is going to help you transform your English. Remember, I'm explaining at the intermediate English level, there are 4 phases. The first phase, the main challenge we just discussed, is the fact that you need to learn so many new words and expressions and you get overwhelmed. Well, we've already talked about that, how you can overcome that challenge. Now, phase 2, as you're moving through trying to get to be an advanced English learner or an advanced English speaker, now you're trying to organize your thoughts like, man, how do I do this? Well, you use the 5 W's. Pick a topic that interests you. You have a plan, step 1, 2, and 3, and how to do this, and you do it over and over again. Again, helping you go from an intermediate English learner to an advanced English learner. You must always have a plan. Again, when you have a plan, you'll succeed. Without a plan, you will fail. Now, let's move on to the third challenge. Now, I do want to remind you, remember, my goal is to help you achieve all of your goals. I actually already have a plan set up just for you to take you from an intermediate English learner to an advanced English learner. Now, I've set it up for a full year. If you follow the plan every day, you will be an advanced English learner, but you have to follow the plan. So if you'd like to follow my plan, all you have to do is go right here to www.dailyenglishLessons.com. Real simple, right? Say it with me, dailyenglishLessons.com. Last time, dailyenglishLessons.com. Again, helping you follow a plan and taking your English to the next level. So let's go now to challenge number 3. Challenge number 3 is something else that English learners face. You get stuck when you try to support your opinion on something. Now, this happens during phase 3. Remember, we're going from intermediate to an advanced English learner. Phase 3, phase 1, you got it. You followed the plan, you're getting enough vocabulary words, you're improving. Phase 2, okay, you have the vocabulary words, now you're organizing your thoughts so that you can speak like a native English speaker and be able to express yourself. But in phase 3, the issue is, the main challenge is, you don't know how to support your opinion. Now, I've had this happen so many times with students. They are really good, they understand what I'm saying, like you understand me, and then I'll ask them a question. I'll say, hey, so tell me, do you think it's actually okay for a woman to ask a man to marry her? Deep question, right? Now, the student may have an answer. Teacher, well, in my culture, no, that's not okay. And then they stop. And I say, okay, tell me why you think that's not okay. And they don't know how to support their opinion. They understood the question, no problem. They knew the words that I was using, no problem. They were able to answer the question, no problem, but they were not able to support their opinion. Again, in phase 3, going from an intermediate to an advanced English learner, this is one of the main challenges, not knowing how to support your opinion. But all you need, yes, is a plan. So have a plan that will help you support your opinion. So let me show you how to do this. Here's what we need to do. Here's what you're going to do. Step number 1, find one intermediate level English question. A few moments ago, I just asked an intermediate level question. I said, do you think it's okay for a woman to ask a man to marry her? That's an intermediate level English question. Find a question online. You can go on Google and find tons of questions. Just find a question. That's step number 1. Again, phase 3, you're trying to learn how to support your opinion in English. Step number 2, write the question down in your notebook and then draw 4 answer boxes underneath the question. They're going to have the details, reasons, examples, and personal experiences. Once again, visualize. You're going to have in your notebook, write the question. Underneath, you're going to write a box. Draw a box with 4 different sections. Again, details, reasons, examples, and personal experiences. Again, this is your plan to help you move forward towards being an advanced English speaker and learner. And step number 3, fill the answer boxes with 3 details, 3 reasons, 3 examples, and 3 personal experiences. Again, the challenge is real. I have literally taught hundreds of thousands of students during my time as an English teacher, online and in South Korea when I was living there. And everyone had the same problem. Intermediate English learner, understand, could answer questions, but supporting his or her question was a challenge. And I would watch the student feel frustrated and nervous and say, teacher, I understand what you're saying, but I don't know how to support my idea. This is how you do it. Following this plan you will learn and you will gain confidence and be able to support your opinion no matter what someone asks you. So again, having a plan that will help you support your opinion. Again, don't worry, all of this actually is included if you go to dailyenglishLessons.com. Everything is included in the full plan I have for the year. But let's keep going though. Challenge number 4. Now, challenge number 4 is it's hard to find methods and techniques online that will help you at this level. Listen very closely. Remember, I explained that what we're doing right now is I'm explaining some of the challenges you will experience at each different phase of this journey from an intermediate English learner to becoming an advanced English learner. And now we're on phase 4. You're almost an advanced English learner. You're able to understand many new words. You're able to express yourself and support your opinion. And now you're like, teacher, I can't just study a regular book anymore. This is not helping me. I can't just memorize multiple words. I can't just study the same way I was studying when I was a beginner or when I was an intermediate English learner at the beginning. When you advance and move forward, your English study methods have to change. That's the challenge. So what do you need? You need to have a plan that will help you finally move to the advanced English level. So I'm going to show you how to do this. Step number 1, select one drama, one movie, and one YouTube channel to focus on for 1 month. Listen, this plan is going to help you because what's happening right now in the 4th phase, when you're trying to become an advanced English learner, you understand so much and you really honestly want to learn more from native English speakers in real life situations. But in your country where you live, there aren't many native English speakers. Don't worry, we have the internet. That's how you're watching me right now. So again, for 1 month, you're going to select one movie, one drama, and one YouTube channel. Now let me explain this. Why you're selecting one movie. Movies are about 2 hours long. That's a lot of English in one movie. So again, as I go through the steps, I'm going to explain why this is important, but you're focusing on one thing for a month, one movie. Now the drama, you'll be able to follow the pattern of certain people's speech. You'll understand, this is how this individual speaks, and you'll become more familiar with that individual's speech pattern. Now, YouTube channel. YouTube videos are usually between 5 to 15 minutes. Some are longer, some are shorter. But you need to get used to one individual or a few individuals' speech patterns, their body language. So for 1 month, you're just focusing on these 3 things: one drama, one movie, and one YouTube channel. Now, step number 2, you're going to write down and study all the new words and expressions you hear the native speakers use. Again, remember, phase 4, you're almost an advanced English level, right? An advanced English speaker, almost there. You're trying to study, but just studying books, it's like, this is not really helping me as much. This plan will help you. So again, you're going to do this for a month. You're going to write down and study all the new words and expressions you learn from the movie, the drama, and the YouTube channel. And the final step is you're going to analyze the conversations and take notes on how they speak. As you're watching, as you're listening, you're going to analyze what they're saying and what they're doing. This is actually more fun than just studying with a book because you're literally watching people talk. You're seeing them laugh. You're seeing them get serious. You're watching their facial expressions. This is a much better method than just studying with a book. But this is during phase 4 when you're almost to the advanced English level. Now again, these challenges, you are going to experience these challenges as an English learner, but you have to know how to progress and move forward as you go on your journey. Each phase, you need to have a specific plan. So again, I do want to help you. Again, you can follow my plan if you want. You can go to www.dailyenglishLessons.com or hit the link right in the description. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Please remember to study every day, remain consistent, and you will achieve your goals. But as always, remember to speak English. You still there? You know what time it is. It's story time. Hey, I said it's story time. All right. So for today's story, I want to tell you about this time I went to get some work done on my mouth. So I had a root canal. Root canal meaning the root had to come out, and unfortunately it got infected, right? So it was fine. It really wasn't painful, but my dentist noticed that it was infected and he said, "Hey, Tiff, you're going to need to get this taken care of." So he sent me to another dentist that specialized in fixing the issue. So I went to the dentist that was going to take care of the issue. Now, I remember when I walked in the office, this dentist looked extremely serious. Now, just to give you some background, my dentist, my actual dentist, I've been with him literally my entire life. So I've known him for well over 36 years. So I met him when I was around 6 or 7 years old. So I've known him for a long time. So he kind of is like family. He's kind of like family. So when I went to this new dentist just to take care of this issue, he looked not as inviting as my dentist. So I was a little bit apprehensive at first. He walked in, he said, "Hello." I said, "Hi." I'm always smiling. He said, "Good afternoon. Ma'am, can you please lean back and I'll check your mouth?" I said, "Sure." So I leaned back. It was a very serious situation. So he was looking at my mouth and said, "Okay, ma'am, we're going to need you to come back and we'll take care of the procedure. We'll do it in about 2 weeks." I said, "Okay." And then he walked out of the room. He wasn't really the kind of dentist that smiled a lot and laughed or, talked about life. So I said, okay, as long as he got the job done, I was okay. So I left and I came back in 2 weeks. And actually another dentist in his office, he owned a practice, ended up working on my mouth. She did a great job, fixed the issue, and everything was fine. So they told me to come back to his office a month later just so they could check and make sure everything was okay. So when I came back a month later, the actual dentist that worked on my mouth, she wasn't there. He was. Now, remember I said the first time I met him, he was extremely serious. He didn't really talk a lot. He just was very professional and just spoke about the issue. So I was called back and I went to the area and I sat in the chair and I expected him to be the normal serious guy he was. But on this day, I was just in a really, really good mood. So I walked in, I said, "Hey, Doc, how are you?" I laid back in the chair. I was humming, do-do-do-do-do. I was in a really good mood. And he sat down, and again, he had the same very serious face. But then all of a sudden, I saw the side of his mouth kind of go up a little bit. I said, "Oh, he looks a little happier than usual." But again, he looked at my mouth. He said, "Are you feeling any pain, Miss Claiborne?" I said, "No, I feel good. The doctor, she did a great job." He said, "Good, I'm happy to hear that." Now, I have insurance, but you normally have to pay a copay, like a payment that even though your insurance covers the larger portion of whatever the fee is, you still have to pay a certain amount. Sometimes it's $40, sometimes it's $100. It depends on the procedure and what you're getting done or what they're seeing you about. So I expected to pay something. So he finished. Again, I was still in a good mood. The nurse that was standing there next to him, she was smiling because I was happy. So at the very end, he looked at me and he said, "Miss Claiborne?" I said, "Yes." He said, and he got the biggest smile on his face. He said, "You know what? You don't have to pay anything today." I said, "What?" He said, "You're just so happy today and it made me feel so good. Everything was free." I said, "Doc." He said, "Yes, ma'am. Please go to the front. Let them know what I said. And I hope you have an amazing day." Now, of course, my smile got bigger. I said, "Thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful day." I left the office, and you know what that taught me? You never know what someone is going through. You never know why they are responding to you the way they are. But if you remain positive, if you show a smile, give a smile to everyone, you'll never know what will happen. Maybe you'll save money like I did, but also maybe you'll put a smile on someone else's face. So I hope you enjoyed this story. Remember, always practice English, but also always have a smile on your face. I'll talk to you next time.